શું થશે એ ધારનારો હું નથી. શું થશે એ ધારનારો હું નથી. આમ મારી જાતને ગભરાવનારો હું નથી. શું થશે એ ધારનારો હું નથી. આમ મારી જાતને ગભરાવનારો હું નથી. એક બાજી હારી ગયા તો શું થયું? એક બાજી જિંદગીની હારી ગયા તો શું થયું? આમ મેદાન છોડી ભાગવું એ હું નથી. જિંદગી હારી જઈશ, જિંદગી હારી જઈશ મારી, પણ મારી હિંમત હારું એ હું નથી. શું માત્ર કાઠિયાવાડની ધરા પરનો હું કણ માત્ર. શું કાઠિયાવાડની ધરા પરનો કણ માત્ર હું. આમ મોટા આગ જોઈને મુંજાઈ જાવ એ હું નથી. So let's move to another speech. I would like to invite for that Herit.
So, good evening, my all dear friends and our respected sir. Today's our topic is our memorable days. For me, memory means what? In our whole lifetime, we face many moments. Some are, as Rutva said, are memorable. Some we have joy, which are kept in our minds, and some are boring too. As for me, memory is those things which we are not gonna forget in our whole life. And when we just remember that we had so much laugh and experienced new things, and just believe that we are experiencing that situation again by thinking about that.
Correct.
So in our whole life, we have many such instances which are very memorable for us, which we can remember for our whole life. I have also many, but it is very limited time for us. So I am gonna talk to you and narrate my my trip to our North Gujarat and the Rajasthan.
Wow.
This trip is especially special for me because in this our whole trip we just had visited some historical places and some temples, and it is especially memorable for me because as my parents have always told me that as you are always visiting with your friends, so after your marriage you will also visit with your wife and never visit with us. So it is our humble wish that before your marriage, we whole family just visited the religious places and have some information about that and have some knowledge about that and just enjoy that everything. So this trip is also memorable and especially special for me.
Okay.
As we had just planned this trip in the Diwali vacation, because nevertheless we do not get that big holidays. So it was the New Year day when we took a leave from our home, and we took a leave for the Ahmedabad. First we just visited to the Ahmedabad and take a hold there to the hotel and took a breakfast and just have visited the garden, the name that I was forgotten by me, and there were also my little younger brother and sisters with whom I played there and have a lot of fun, as my younger brother, whose name is Devang, we just call him as a kabutar. He never sits still. He just gonna like fly like a pigeon, and we just call him as a kabutar. I have fun with him, and after taking some rest, we just leave for a Baucharma temple, which is located in the North Gujarat. As soon as we reached the temple, there was a lot of rush, but we had managed somehow to take darshan of the Baucharma. As the reason for the rush is to that the Baucharma is the Kuldevi of the many other castes too. And somehow we just managed to have a darshan of the Baucharma, and after we took the darshan, we just went to the main street and main bazaar, means market, for some shopping, as we are with our family, and family also consists the female too, and as they are fond of shopping, they won't let us go without having some bought anything, or they don't also wish to buy anything, but they have to just visit the market. And especially my aunt was also
buy before debit.
Especially my aunt was with us too. We had to just hold her. He just went on in his own mindset, and he just went on forward and don't think about that the rest are coming behind or not.
Oh my God.
So we just have to hold her. So after we had some shopping, we just take a leave from there, and we went for the our Kuldevi's temple, that is to the Unja, which is also one of the biggest temple of the Umama. And on the way, we had lunch too in the hotel. Yes, I just want to say about the food that we do not like that, but there is also some reasons that it is our Saurashtra's habit that we always have some spices and some chilies in our food, and that makes our food tasty. But in North Gujarat, they all used to have only sweet foods, and if we see in their regular meals, we saw that they always take in their dinner that sweet things with them. So that is the reason I don't like that. But they have also their habits and their rituals, and so we cannot just point out them. But this was my opinion. And after taking the lunch, we just went to the temple, and we just first booked the rooms for us, because we are afraid that if we didn't get the room, what will be of us, as there was a lot of rush. But it was lucky for us that we got rooms in the hotel, and after we took the rooms, we rest for a while, because it was a long journey for us, as we all went by road only. We take rest, and after taking the rest, we went to have a darshan at the temple. As it was lucky for us that when we reached this temple, there was some less rush and commonly. And after taking the darshan, we just went to the garden of the temple, and we again have some fun there, and we have some family talks, and just planned the route for the next journey. And this how just our evening passed, and it was the night, and we had the system of the prasadi at there. So after taking the prasadi, we went to our rooms. But as soon there was also some circumstances we have faced there, and after taking the dinner, we have just find that the younger brother that I had recalled somehow before, that Deva means Kabutar, he was disappeared. We all get worried that where he has gone. But as it is the woe of the Ma, he had just went to and sit to the place where we had put our sandals and shoes, and we just find that, and we started teasing her that the Kabutar tu kya uti gaya tha. In our whole trip we just teased him, and after taking the prasadi and finding him, we just went to our rooms, and we all were tired, and just take a rest and have a sweet dreams and a peaceful sleep. And it was on the next morning, as we have much time and we have to visit the whole place and return to the home too, we had some changes in our plan. As before, we are going to visit the Shamlaji temple too, but as we have less time, we have to cancel that and just went to the Nathadwara temple. Means it is the main mart of the main word for the for Srinathji and sect, Vaishnav sect. And as soon as we reach there, again we have just booked the rooms, and we take a rest, and at night we again go for a shopping in the main street, and we had purchased the picture of the Srinathji, because it is there's beadwork and etc. are very famous, and so we had bought that, and after taking the shopping work and etc., we just went to the hotel room, and there we took our dinner, and in our room, as we had booked 4 rooms, but we all used to sit in the one room only and just gossip and have some fun and tease my younger brothers and sisters, and we play with them and just have fun. And as we passed our time, and it was late too, and we have to go on the next day for the darshan too, we just took a sleep and got to our bed. And after we got to the bed, on the next day we just woke up early, because we had to go for the Mangala darshan too, and it is considered that the Mangala darshan means who has the Mangala darshan is considered to be the lucky, and this is the only darshan that you can do without take a bath. So I also didn't take a bath, but my whole family had taken, as I am a lazy person too, and it was very cold there. It was very hard for me to take a bath, but they had managed somehow. But I said I can't. I will take after returning. So we had just went to the temple, taking darshan, and just return back to our hotel rooms, and I just took a bath now, and planned our next journey. And as it is, we also planned that we will go for a Jaipur, but we had cancelled that and added the new stop, that is Haldi Ghati. And Haldi Ghati is the one of the fort of the Maharana Pratap, Shivaji Maharaj, our great warrior. We came to know about many things there, that how the Shivaji Maharaj had got born, Maharana Pratap born, and there are many events that passed in their life, and many more. And we had clicked also some photos there. And we also visited the Samadhi of the Chetak too, as he was considered to be one of the honest and the most loyal to the servants, to his servant, and who had saved the life, which saved Maharana Pratap from being killed. And he had just jumped the 20 feet some 20 feet river with his one leg broken. And so it is also very good for us that we had some great warriors too. And after visiting there, we just take leave from there and just got back to our way. In Gujarat we just returned, and first we took a hold to the Gandhinagar. We stayed at my uncle's home for one night, and they also praised that you are not coming, and so we had taken the stop there, and we had fun there and also passed some time with them. And at night we also visited the whole Gandhinagar city, as it was famous for its town planning. Means they have only main 8 roads, and from K to J only, means cross-sectional roads are there. Means main 8 roads, and K to J means are sub-roads in which the streets are passed, and in this only the whole Gandhinagar gets over.
Wow.
So it is very
amazing.
So it is very famous for its town planning too. So we had visited the Gandhinagar, and also visited the Bahumali Bhavan and the house of the many ministers too. And after taking a cup of tea, as we are Gujarati, we all love teas, and after taking the tea, we just returned to the home, and just got to the bed before we just have some usual talks about our daily routines and what is going on in our life, and this is how we over. And on the next morning, as it was very late and my school is also going to be start, so we did not go to any other places, and just returned to the Rajkot. And it is about 3 or 4 p.m. we reached to the Rajkot, and we feel relaxed because it is considered that the dhartino chhedo એટલે ઘર. We feel very relaxed in the house, in our own house, than any other place. This satisfaction cannot be get from any other places. So this is how I pass the whole journey and have lot of fun with everyone, and click many photos and have fun. And this is very memorable for me, as I had given the reason for it too. And I will never gonna forget this whole trip. and I just want to complete my speech by 2 lines. चलता रहूंगा पथ पर, चलने में माहिर बन जाऊंगा. चलता रहूंगा पथ पर, चलने में माहिर बन जाऊंगा. या तो मंजिल मिल जाएगी या तो अच्छा मुसाफिर बन जाऊंगा.
You have proved today, Herit, you have proved today that the person, if he is determined, then he can get the success. Because your leg were just, shivering when the name was going to be announced, that whose name is going to be announced. But anyhow, you gathered courage and came over here and stood before the audience and you just start talking.
Sir, I had not prepared this. I had just taken about it.
Great. Absolutely. I am really feeling proud. To the point narration, everything, nothing was missing in your speech. You, just like Rutva, you also took each and every corner. And this is the charm of the narration. When you express something, the audience must be, into your speech, into your way. And they must be feeling as if they were with you. They were with you at Rajasthan, at Vinasingh. So this is called the narration, this is called the orator, perfect speaker. And for you, I would like to dedicate something. राह संघर्ष की जो चलता है, वही संसार को बदलता है. आज तुमने कुछ बदल डाला. राह संघर्ष की जो चलता है, वही संसार को बदलता है. जिसने रातों से जंग जीती हो, जिसने रातों से जंग जीती हो, वही सूर्य बनकर निकलता है.